All right, switching focus now to the United States. It will be turning 250 on the 4th of July. The country's president, meanwhile, positioning himself at the center of the landmark celebrations. Despite scorching heat, Donald Trump has refused to cut short his plans. Instead, he promised to give a long speech in a way to show that he can do anything. The address will be taking place at the National Mall as part of the Salute to America 250 celebrations.
July 4th, it's going to be approximately 107 degrees out. And I'm going to go and I'm going to make a really long speech just to show that I can do anything. It's going to be 107.
The event is being organized by Freedom 250, the Trump administration-backed group also responsible for the Great American State Fair on the National Mall. Last month, remember, Trump described the event as the most spectacular Trump rally of them all. He promised military flyovers, air shows featuring top U.S. pilots, a keynote address, and what he called the largest fireworks show in history. But the weather gods have turned up the heat in D.C. The National Weather Service is forecasting a 41.7 degrees Celsius temperature on the 4th of July. And it remains under an elevated extreme heat risk. On top of this, high humidity could make matters worse and make conditions feel even hotter. If the forecast holds, the heat could surpass Washington's previous 4th of July temperature record of 37.7 degrees, which recorded more than a century ago in 1919. And let's go straight across now to Susan Teherani with us from New York for more on this. Susan, we've just spoken about the heat and the temperatures that are expected on the day. But of course, the political temperatures also have been rising in the run-up to these celebrations. Controversies, a lot of question marks that have been raised over the preparation, the celebrations, and how Donald Trump, in a way, is trying to position himself at the center of them. Tell us more about the kind of sentiment that's been looming large on the ground. And what really do we expect Trump to say as a part of what he said will be the longest speech?
Yeah, if you remember, Molly, President Trump's speech during his State of the Union back in February was the longest State of the Union speech, almost 2 hours. Well, he's saying, and the White House also confirms that this speech is going to be even longer, that it's going to be his longest speech ever. He's expected to tout on his vision for the next 250 years, according to the White House, talk about American patriotism, exceptionalism, and how far America has come. Now, that question of the heat being up when it comes to the political atmosphere, well, that's very accurate. A lot of people are going to be watching whether or not the president is going to bring a message of unity during this speech. He's also expected to tout his administration's accomplishment regarding what he believes is the economy, immigration, national security, and foreign policy as well. So there's going to be a lot of pageantry, of course. It's going to be the biggest 4th of July celebration at the National Mall in Washington, D.C., the largest amount of fireworks, a set of performers, a set of other speakers. They're going to go all out regarding that. But I think that heat that you mentioned is going to be a challenge on the one hand. And on the other hand, how do you differentiate this from a regular Trump rally to America's 250th on July 4th? So those are the things that a lot of people are going to be watching and looking at. But nonetheless, a jubilant celebration indeed.
And a lot of pageantry in store, like you said. Thanks very much for that, Susan. We're leaving it there for the moment.